Hey YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin if you're new here. If you are not, thank you for stopping back by. My channel is all about my personal finance. So a lot of times that's debt, sometimes that's savings, sometimes that's budgeting. And today that means I'm going to talk about my financial goals. So back in January or February, I posted my 2021 financial goals. It was one of my very first finance videos on YouTube at all. I was so excited to actually set some goals and be in a position to follow through and really learn a lot this year. So I'm very proud of myself, and I am going to show off the spreadsheet I use, and we'll just get into it. So in 2021, I set several goals, but the ones that I'm tracking here are the ones I'm going to go over because the other ones are just like lifestyle stuff, and I did them. So anyway, one of the first goals I set was a gross income of $55,000 throughout the year. And I thought this is going to be so hard because in the beginning of 2021, I was making, like, my annual salary target was 50. And then I did get a raise up to 51.2. And that I was like, okay, I might be able to make it. And then lo and behold, the government gave us stimulus checks, which got me very close. And then I did earn quite a few bonuses, including a referral bonus that was $1,500. So between all that and various other income sources, if you want to see my full income breakdown, check out that video. But nevertheless, I was able to pull in about $57,000, which was 105% of my goal. So I did hit my income goal for 2021. Next up, I have a section dedicated to retirement and savings. And so I included my company match here just to see how much that ended up being throughout the year, but that wasn't originally one of my goals. So if it's new and you saw one of my older videos, like, just so you know, I did add that. So my 401k goal was based on my income in January, which changed twice throughout the year. So I had a goal of $2,400 putting into my 401k, and I ended up putting in $3,149 because of bonuses. More of money is going in when you get a bigger check, and then because it's a percentage, and then just having different levels of income. So I underestimated, and I got 131% of my goal done there. And then the company match, I just threw in and put that at 2,400 too, because I was basing it on like 5%, I think, or whatever the company match is. So I ended up going over there as well because of the increased income in the year. And so that was 113%. Next up, I set a goal to put $100. Actually, one of my goals was to open a Roth IRA and fund it $100 per month. And I did that. I opened a Roth IRA for the first time ever, and I put $100 per month in it. And so I hit 100% of my goal. So that's all I did. I didn't do extra there. My HSA, I had planned to put $40 per paycheck in it. So my goal was, I think, $1,475. Or actually, no, my goal was 1,000. And the reason my goal was 1,000 was to get it to a position to be able to invest in it if I wanted to. And so I ended up putting $1,475, and that's because I did not account for the company wellness incentive in my goal. And so I should have done that because I knew I was going to get it. So anyway, I went way over on the HSA. I put 148% in for what my goal was. So check on that one as well. And then for my emergency fund, I had a big goal of trying to get it to be a 2-month emergency fund from 1 month, and that would have needed $1,725. However, in light of all the other goals I was working on, including debt payoff, I only put about $50 per month in there. There were a couple months where I was able to put a little bit more, but I didn't prioritize this goal and ended up only putting about $675 in for the year, which was only 39% of my goal. So I did not get that one done, but I don't regret it. I did put money back for emergencies, and luckily I didn't have any crazy emergencies, so I didn't have to tap into it. I was able to pull money from other places before that one to cover any unexpected costs. So that was really exciting for me to not have to tap into it. And now next year, I'll hopefully be able to get it to that 3,000 mark. For home maintenance fund, I put in that I wanted to put in 600 throughout the year, and somehow only put 550. Oh yeah, there was 1 month where I just didn't put any money in. Darn. It's because we were working on our house, so I had to spend that money instead of put it in. So anyway, our gutter fell down or something, I think is what happened. But anyway, so I put $550 in for the year, so I was $50 short, and I went above 90% on that goal. So I'm gonna call it a check, even though it wasn't quite there yet. So did pretty good there. And then for the last section, it is my debt payoff goals, and I had a goal of paying $11,400 on my Jeep. I think that was based on double paying it every month, but very early on in the year, I had switched up my plans to just try to pay it off, and I didn't know for sure if I was going to be able to do it or how I was going to do it. but I managed to do it in November. So I paid $13,758 towards my Jeep loan. That includes the interest that was paid, and that was 121% of my goal. So I paid my Jeep off, and that feels spectacular. Every time I say it, I'm just like, wow, I did that. Wow. And then that also brings us to my student loans. My goal was $750, which would have been it would have been $150 for the months that were like in the beginning of the year. We were going to have to start paying in September or something, and so I had calculated $750 for a few months of $150 payments, but it turned out that we didn't end up having to pay anything on our student loans, and so I had put all of that money towards my Jeep instead. And so I ended up making only 2 payments to my student loans in the entire year, $150 in January and $160 in December, and that got me to less than half of what my goal was. However, because I didn't spend the money somewhere else, I put it to debt. I just put it to a different debt. I still feel like I did a great job and hit my goal there as well. So the total goal was to spend $12,150 on debt, and I actually put $14,000 towards debt. So I did 116% of my total goal of putting money towards debt. So I am very proud of that. That wraps up my financial goals. Some other ones were like use more sustainable cleaning products, and I just flat out didn't do that. One of the other ones was shop small and local, which I did do, and I made a video about what places I shop small and local at, so you can check that out if you're interested in supporting some online boutiques and stuff like that. So definitely check that video out. I'm trying to think of some other goals I had. I think that was pretty much it that had to do with money. Oh, actually, yeah. Another one was to better myself, so invest in myself. And the way that I did that, I ended up taking the Associate Professional in HR exam. So I studied, took the exam, and I did pass. So I have considered doing a video just about that, explaining it, but I don't know yet. I might make like a career update video because I have a lot to say, but we'll see. Anyway, with that, I think I did really great on my annual financial goals. I hit most of them, and even the ones that I didn't actually, check off as I did the thing, I still think I did really great. So something that's really great about setting goals is like, even if you don't make it to the moon, you still got to the stars, right? Like you still got to space. So setting the goals and trying to reach them, you're still better off than if you didn't set the goal and didn't try at all. So I'm really proud of myself, and I hope you guys are proud of yourselves too. I know a lot of the other finance people on YouTube do goals as well, and I've been so excited to see all of your successes this year. So yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys, and have a good morning, noon, or night, or whatever it is for you.